Hi everyone! Today we're going to be going over the orientation for our course. So if you're new to Primavera, then this will be some good information about how your classes work and what you should focus on for your grades. If you're not new to Primavera, then these will be some good reminders about your assignment categories and also a little information about me and how I like to do things. So to get started on your class, you're going to go to chooseprimavera.com. And just so you know, most of the course features work best in Google Chrome. So if you can get Google Chrome on your computer, then that'll be the best browser to use. Make sure that your computer has all of the necessary software so that you can view videos and everything. And here is the website that you can go to check to make sure that you have everything that you need. Now, if you're having trouble signing in with your username and password, please send me an email and I'd be glad to help get you set up with that. Okay, once you log in, you're going to have your parent-student portal or your PSP, and this has everything you need for your classes. So it has announcements from the school, it has your attendance log, your message system. So when you click on the courses button, that's where you're going to go to do your classes. And you'll see if you're taking a class from me, you'll see that class, and you might be taking another class, and you can click on which class you want. And there are the course announcements there for your class. The course announcements have a lot of great information, such as the course syllabus, the times for our synchronous sessions, and a schedule or a pacing calendar for what lesson you should be on, and specific things for each week of our course. So this is a good place to check things out if you're wondering about something or what you should be doing. Alright, I'm also going to be sending you messages and emails. I'll usually send them both ways, but it's a good idea to check your messages because it's really an easy way to communicate with your teacher when you have a question or if your teacher has a question for you. So there's your message center, and there's also a little message icon on the top right corner of the screen. And that'll give you little notifications whenever you do have a new message. And check your messages daily. You're going to be getting messages from me and from your other teachers and from other people at Primavera, like other counselors. And it's a great way to communicate and easily ask questions when you have them. Alright, once you are ready to begin working on your class, you're going to click the Launch Course button on the top right corner for that class. And you're going to notice that all of your classes at Primavera have 30 lessons. And each specific lesson, or each day's lesson, is made up of several activities. So you're going to have your practice or workbook problems, a discussion question in every lesson, notes to read, videos to watch, project questions, and a checkpoint quiz at the end of the lesson. So to be on track for our class, you're going to want to work every day, Monday through Friday. Now, sometimes life might not allow for that, so do your best to stay on track with planning one lesson every day. If you miss a day, then the next day you're going to want to do 2 lessons for that class so that you're caught up. So when I say complete at least 1 lesson per day, that's for math. So if you're taking 2 classes, you're going to need to complete a lesson for math and a lesson for your other class every single day, Monday through Friday. So my tips for success in an online classroom are to set up a schedule for yourself so you know what time every day that you're going to work on. That schedule might be the same every day or it might change depending on if you have a job or other commitments. But creating a checklist for yourself or a to-do list is going to be a great way to help you stick to your plan. So make weekly goals and make daily goals for what you want to accomplish. And when you do accomplish those goals, then reward yourself. Have a reward in mind and make sure to follow through with it so that you are consistently achieving what you want to achieve. Your workbook questions are going to be the first category in your gradebook, and they're only worth 5%. There are sometimes multiple choice questions, sometimes fill in the blank questions. and you have unlimited attempts on workbook responses. If you get stuck on a workbook, you're welcome to call me, message me, or come to a synchronous session. You can also use Thinking Storm Tutoring to get help at any time. Take time to understand the workbook questions because sometimes they might be used later in the lesson on a checkpoint or on an exam. Okay, moving on to discussions. These are worth 15% of your overall grade, which is a large chunk of your grade. So please make sure to take your time on your discussions. Every discussion post or prompt is worth 20 points. So by the end of the unit, you have made it up to 100 points with your discussions. So to check if you've earned all of your points possible, first check to see if you have 20 points. And you want to do these things. These are the things I'm going to be looking for. You need to answer every part of the question in the prompt. You need to be mathematically precise, so use mathematical vocabulary correctly. Please be original and unique, so do not copy other people's posts or copy from other websites without citation. You need to try to use examples that would make your post unique from other people's posts. That's a great way to help you to earn the full points because it'll show that you understand what you're posting about. And then, as always in all of your classes, check for spelling and grammar. All right, once you have completed your discussion, you're moving on to checkpoints, which are worth the same amount as your discussions, 15%. There's one checkpoint per lesson, and the checkpoints are like little quizzes at the end of each lesson. You have 3 attempts on checkpoints, but if you need an extra attempt, please send me a message and I'll be glad to set one up for you. And if you do complete a new attempt, you're going to want to review your first or second attempt so that you can know what problems you missed and which ones you got right, and then just be careful because the questions might be in a different order on the new attempt. Now, this is what we're doing right now, a synchronous or an asynchronous session. Attending these or viewing the recordings are worth 15% of your grade. You have 1 to 2 options of when you can go for our class, and we will have weekly Q&A sessions where we'll go over project questions or any questions that you have. So these live sessions are a really great opportunity to get help with the things that you have questions on. So if you're going through your course and you have questions, I'm definitely going to invite you to come to our live sessions because it's such a great chance to get help right then and there with an actual person who can help explain some of these topics. So please check the weekly email at the beginning of the week for times that you can attend. And then if you can't attend, that's okay. You can still earn full points for the session by viewing the recording. And then you're going to want to answer the quiz questions in order to earn your points for viewing the session. All right, exams are worth 10%, and you're going to have 1 exam in every unit or every 5 lessons. And if you do not do as well as you'd like to, let's say you finish your exam and you don't have as good of a grade as you were hoping for, then you can send me a message and I'll set up a retake for you. The best way in math to prepare for an exam is to go back and do practice problems, which are always available to you on your checkpoints and your workbooks. But redoing the checkpoints is also going to help you earn higher grades on those checkpoints. So that's a great idea for how to study for an exam. As you work through your course, I suggest that you keep a math notebook and write down practice problems in it, write down important vocabulary, and use those notes on your checkpoints and on your exams. Become a master of your math notebook. Know where things are in it so that you can use it to help you. All right, this is the biggest deal in our class, the projects, because they're worth 25% of your grade. They're worth more than exams, they're worth more than checkpoints, they're worth more than any other category. So you really, really want to do your best on projects. you have one project per unit or every 5 lessons, but you actually work on the project throughout the week, so you don't just have to do it all at once. You have questions in every lesson that will contribute to your final submission of the project in the 5th lesson of the unit. Okay, now like checkpoints, you have 3 attempts, but I'm going to be grading the projects. So you'll have a new attempt after I grade the project. And to begin a new attempt on a project, if you want to fix problems that you missed, then you're going to want to go to the last lesson of the unit and then open the project from there, because that's the only place that you'll see a submit button to submit your new attempt. Like I said, projects are graded by me, so once you submit it, you won't automatically see the grade, but I will grade it and I will send you feedback once I have graded your project, and you can see that feedback in that last lesson of the unit where you submitted the project. And like I was saying before about our synchronous sessions, I'm going to hold Q&A sessions each week, and that's a great chance to get help on projects if you need it. The last category for our assignments is the final exam, which is worth 15% of your overall grade. And it's in the last lesson of your course. So in order to get to it, you're going to need to work through all of the lessons because you can't skip ahead to the last lesson. And it is a required assignment simply because if you look at it, it's worth 15% of your overall grade. So you don't want to miss out on those points by not taking it. All right, so set a goal right now to finish all 30 lessons by the end of our class, including the final exam, and then take a look at this grading scale and decide right now on the grade that you hope to accomplish by the end of this class. And each week, evaluate what your grade is at and make sure that you're on track to meet your goal and that you are achieving what you want to achieve. Okay, now here is all of my contact information, which you have in the email that I sent at the beginning of our class. You can message me, email me, or call me at any time, and I will respond to you. If I don't answer a phone call, please leave me a voicemail so that I know who called and so that I know what to help you with when I call you back, and I will call you back. Okay, so and then if you need help with technical issues, then here is the number for tech support. All right, now that pretty much sums it up for what you need to know about our class. But if you have more questions, you can, of course, like I said, contact me at any time and I'll be happy to help you with whatever you need. If you have been watching this recording and are hoping to earn credit for your first synchronous session or asynchronous session for our class, then here are the quiz questions that you need to answer in a message or email to me. So please take a minute to open up an email to me or a message to me. Message would be on your dashboard through Primavera, and answer these 5 questions. If you need anything, like I said, please feel free to give me a call or message or email me. And otherwise, good luck in our course, and I'm glad to have you as one of my students.